Adventures of the Saint, starring Vincent Price. The Saint, based on characters created by Leslie Charteris and known to millions from books, magazines, and motion pictures. The Robin Hood of modern crime now comes to radio, starring Hollywood's brilliant and talented actor Vincent Price as the Saint.
Excuse me, but is the seat next to you taken?
Oh, I don't think so. Of course, it really belongs to the bus company.
Would you mind if I sat here?
Does anybody mind when Santa Claus comes for Christmas?
What?
I met you very pretty. Please sit down.
Oh, thanks. But I sneeze.
Go ahead.
See?
Yeah, you're a girl of your word.
I always sneeze, especially on buses.
Why?
I don't know. I've been to hundreds of doctors. They don't know either. I once even went to a psychoanalyst.
That sounds as if it might have been a good idea.
It wasn't.
But why not?
After a while, he began to sneeze, too.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. You're cute.
I rarely sneeze, though.
That's all right.
Thanks.
I sneeze enough for two.
The question is, can two sneeze as cheaply as one?
I've been worrying about that.
You can stop right now. The answer is...
I know, because my boyfriend doesn't sneeze much either.
Well, perhaps if he practices...
His name is Breckenridge. Isn't that silly?
Especially since he doesn't sneeze.
My name is Peggy.
Not at all silly.
And your name is?
Simon. The name of the bus is Genevieve, and the name of the city we're in
Simon what?
is... me or the city?
You're cuter.
Simon Templar.
Oh, you're the saint.
There's a totally unfounded rumor to that effect.
But from what I've heard, you're no saint at all. I'm scared.
We're on a bus.
I'm still scared.
Well, what can happen on a bus, except for... that.
I didn't mean I was scared of you. Please get off the bus with me so that we can go see Breckenridge.
Why?
He's scared, too.
Peggy, please take my word for it. He's got nothing to be scared about.
Oh, I didn't mean scared of you. I meant, well, Breckenridge is a prize fighter manager, Simon, and he's scared.
Why?
His prize fight is called Benny the Battler.
Oh, and Breckenridge is afraid of Benny the Battler.
No, nobody's afraid of Benny, not even other prize fighters. We get off here. Nan, please let us out.
Okay, lady.
Thank you very much.
You're real welcome.
And now, Peggy, what is Breckenridge afraid of?
Murder. Breckenridge lives in a very nice building, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice all the palms in the lobby?
Yes, Breckenridge must love nature.
Oh, he does.
Mr. Breckenridge has just left town for the upper Amazon.
Breckenridge, what are you saying?
Oh, I thought maybe it was a bill collector. Wait a minute. Who's he?
This is the Saint, Breckenridge.
I don't need one today. Goodbye.
Breckenridge, we're coming in. Breckenridge has a very fine sense of humor, Simon.
I noticed that.
You want to make something out of it?
Breckenridge, behave yourself. Simon's going to help us.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, if you want help, speak real polite to him.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind telling you, mister. I'm on a spot. Why don't you stop that?
I can't help it.
Can't help it. Anyway, Saint, I got a boy, Benny the Battler.
I see.
Benny the Battler. One of the lousiest middleweights that ever fouled up a prize ring.
Well, I think I may have seen him fight once in Newark. If I remember correctly, he lost.
That was Benny.
Is he the spot you're on?
Well, in a kind of a way. If you ever see my boy in the ring, then you'll know why I'm disturbed.
You're worrying about his health?
No, he's healthier than a horse. But there's something else. Saint, all the big gamblers in town are putting all their dough on Benny for tonight's fight at the stadium.
Well, perhaps they think he's going to win.
This is the lad. Huh. Not even a moron could think that.
Well, I don't know. I think Benny might win.
So you ain't even a moron. Saint, my boy is tangling with Soldier Jones, a very fine box fighter. It would be an act of condescension on a soldier's part even to let Benny tie his gloves for him, let alone fight him. So why is all the heavy dough riding on Benny?
It does seem odd.
Matter of fact, I'm betting on the soldier myself.
Is that ethical?
It's practical.
Oh.
Otherwise, me and Benny wouldn't eat.
They are two fellows who like to eat.
Quiet, Peggy. Anyways, that worries me. These gamblers all betting on my boy. Also, the guy who was the boss of this gambling outfit I have mainly got in mind. is a guy named Mr. Sweeney.
Mr. Sweeney.
Mr. Sweeney is a nice, quiet guy who don't look like he'd harm a fly.
So?
So he wouldn't harm no fly. But when it comes to guys who he is under the impression they have handed him a bad deal, then he is murder. Now, supposing Benny the Battler don't win tonight.
Well, Sweeney could hardly blame you if Benny lost the fight legitimately.
Mr. Sweeney ain't the type guy who is interested in what is legitimate. He likes to win bets. So I am on the spot.
I can see that.
Anybody who ain't blind can see that, but what can you do about it?
Well,
This was my idea, Breckenridge. I mean, asking Simon to come here. Because if Simon showed he was kind of interested in your health, Breckenridge, then maybe Mr. Sweeney would be afraid to do anything to you, even if Benny loses tonight. You see, Simon?
well, I don't know what good my interest in Breckenridge's health would do him. I'm not a doctor.
Simon, if Mr. Sweeney gets really mad at Breckenridge and Benny, they wouldn't need any doctors. They'd be patronizing the same undertaker.
Oh, bite your tongue.
But you think that Sweeney might hesitate about doing anything drastic merely because I knew about it?
I don't know, but it's possible. And what have we got to lose?
My life.
Don't be so selfish. Think of Benny, too.
All right. My and Benny's life.
Well, I'll do what I can, which amounts to what?
Breckenridge, give Simon some tickets to the fight tonight.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, but I'm not sure I'll be any protection.
Don't worry about that.
Sure. I'll do the worrying.
And maybe it won't do any good. But even if it doesn't, I want you to know that even if Breckenridge does get murdered...
Don't say things like that.
He'll still appreciate it, Simon, to his dying breath.
Taxi! Hey, taxi! For a moment, I thought you were going right past me.
For a moment, I felt like going right past.
Louis!
Never mind getting friendly. Just get in.
Thank you.
Benedict Arnold.
I beg your pardon?
Well-known traders of history. Benedict Arnold. You.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
This afternoon around 3 o'clock, what were you doing?
3? Why, I was riding on
Don't stop there. You was riding on a what?
a bus.
Yeah. What's the matter? Somebody suddenly dropped dead, left you stuck in a bus company?
No.
Then what's the idea of riding a bus instead of hailing a cab, huh?
Well, if I'd taken a cab, I wouldn't have met Peggy.
A fine reason.
She was following me, Louis. I made it easier for her by getting on a bus. There's so much roomier than cabs.
All right, I forgive you.
Thank you, Louis.
Perfectly all right. Where do you want to go?
The stadium.
You call that a place to take a girl?
I'm not taking a girl there. I'm going to see the fight. Hey, which reminds me, Louis, I've got an extra ticket. Would you like to join me?
Who's fighting?
Well, the main event is Soldier Jones versus Benny the Battler.
That you call a fight? Benny's going to get murdered.
Not Benny, Breckenridge.
Huh?
It might be fun, Louis. Come on with me.
Oh, listen, a fight like that you could smell from New Jersey. But all right.
Thanks, Louis.
Don't mention it. And in the future, stay off of buses.
Yes, Mother. Benny's dressing room must be up ahead.
What are we going to do? Sympathize with him before he goes in the ring and gets slaughtered?
Just wish him luck.
Mr. Templer, he'll need it.
That's Peggy.
Huh?
Hey, wait a minute, Louis. The door's open.
Benny, don't be a dope. We got all our dough riding on Soldier Jones.
Breckenridge, I've been thinking.
With what?
What's going to happen to my career if I keep on getting laid in the rising all the time?
You can always go back to your truck.
Besides, the soldier has been making derogatory remarks, you see? Gesundheit.
What kind of derogatory remarks? About you personal or professional?
Derogatory remarks about I stink. So when I get in that ring tonight, I am going to bat his ears off.
Benny, listen to me. First, if you hit him, he is liable to get mad at you and maybe kill you. Second, if there should happen to pass a miracle and you should lay him away, we all lose our dough. Benny, we gotta die for him.
I don't die for that bum.
Benny, don't answer me too quick. Think. You know what's happening to the price of fresh meat? Come on, kid. Sounds like the prelim's over.
Let's go, Louis. No time to visit now. We better get to our seats.
And the less I see of Benny the Battler, the happier I'll stay.
He's in quite a spot, though. Unless Soldier Jones kills him inside the ring, Sweeney is likely to kill him outside. Well, here There it goes.
Yeah, we got nice seats.
Yeah.
Anybody bleeds in the ring, we got a dry cleaning crew. Hey, they're off.
You're thinking of a horse race.
Looking at Benny the Battler, how wrong am I? He runs nice.
Yes, he does seem to have got on a bicycle.
Yeah, but how long can he stay on a bicycle without falling off on his ear? This is the fourth round.
And then he's still on that bicycle. Oh, the crowd doesn't like it much.
He must be under the impression the best way to box fight is to run away.
For him, it's probably the safest way. The soldier's catching up with him. Benny's wind is failing.
Oh, the soldier just donated a very pretty left to Benny's breadbasket.
Yeah. Ooh, and a right. Oh, and another right.
Oh, Benny the Battler, Mr. Templar, is practical out on his flat feet.
Well, the bell sure saved him that time.
Didn't save him. Merely postponed the execution. Fifth round, and I got an idea Benny ain't going to be around for the sixth.
Yeah, Benny seems to be looking for the nearest policeman. He's sort of wandering around.
The soldier is Hey! I don't believe it. Benny just threw a punch at the soldier. Hit him, too!
Yeah, but, hey, the soldier's just fallen down.
Oh, this here has an aroma, Mr. Temple. That punch Benny landed couldn't have cracked a defective eggshell.
Benny, and I say this in some blankness of mind, has just won.
Yeah, with the best invisible punch I ever seen.
Must have been quite a punch. The soldier hasn't moved yet. They're working over him in the ring. Come on, I think we'd better visit him.
Where are we going?
Into the ring. Up we go.
Okay. Hey, Saint, did you see what I just seen?
I beg your pardon, Breckenridge.
My boy knocking out the soldier. I seen it myself, but I don't believe it yet.
Hey, I knocked him out. Maybe I could box fight for real, huh? With one punch, I laid him right on the canvas. He ain't even got up yet.
I think I want to take a look at him. His handler's still working over him.
He's very horizontal.
Yes, Louis. Furthermore, I suspect he needs a doctor.
A doctor? You got a yen for medical attention or something?
Correction. What he needs right now is a death certificate.
Very pretty mob scene back there in that ring. Soldier Jones dead, a doctor working on him, cops all around.
Yeah.
Only thing, I don't get it.
I'm afraid I did. The odor when I bent over the soldier.
Oh, come on in, fellas.
Hello, Peggy.
Hello, Simon. Isn't everything wonderful? Or, well, maybe it isn't so wonderful. The way you look.
The soldier's dead.
Oh.
You mean on account of I knocked him out?
No, he didn't die as a result of a blow, Benny.
What did he die of? Old age?
Where are Benny's gloves? The ones he wore in the ring?
Oh, over here where I put him.
Oh, thanks.
What's up? What's the matter, Saint? Something smells funny to you?
Hey, come here. Take a sniff of those gloves. Not too deep a sniff.
Okay. Well, I don't smell nothing. Except maybe like a hospital.
Like a hospital is very good. What you're smelling is ether.
Ether? Hey, wait a minute. Do you mean there was ether on Benny's gloves?
The blow which apparently knocked the soldier out was a feeble one, barely grazed the soldier's mouth and nose. Therefore, what knocked him down wasn't the blow, but the ether he inhaled.
Hey, are you trying to say I put ether on my gloves so I'd knock the soldier out?
I'm not for the moment saying anything about how the ether got there, Benny. What I am saying is that Soldier Jones got a strong dose of ether into him. Add that to the fact that he was strenuously exerting himself, that his heart was under a strain, and you're totally simple. He died of ether. There's ether on your gloves, Benny.
Hey, Mr. Breckenridge.
Don't say nothing, Benny.
I just...
Keep your mouth shut, you hear?
Even to the police?
Poor Benny. He looked so sad when the cops put the arm on him.
If they can make their case stick, he'll look sadder still.
Breckenridge didn't look so happy neither.
It's not hard to understand. One way or another.
And that babe Peggy, she was sneezing like a locomotive with the hiccups.
It saved her from answering questions.
Yeah, all of which doesn't add up to the strange fact that you've instructed me to drive you to the Happy Hours nightclub.
It happens to belong to a man named Mr. Sweeney, Louis, the head of the gambling syndicate which bet on Benny in tonight's fight.
Oh, Mr. Sweeney ought to be a very happy man.
We're not going to watch him rejoice.
What are we going to watch him do?
Pay off, perhaps?
I have been in classier dumps without even leaving my house.
The club here is a front for Sweeney's real business, I imagine. Let's see, the man at the door told us his office was behind the bandstand. Come on. Oh, Breckenridge?
Oh, hi, Saint.
Well, well, Breckenridge. Counting money in large and luscious quantities and in Sweeney's office.
Well, this here, you mean it? It's nothing.
It's a lot of nothing. I thought you were afraid of Sweeney.
Well, why should I be afraid of him? Benny won.
Benny may have won a non-stop trip to the chair. Sweeney give you that money?
That is a private affair, see?
The police have no respect for privacy on occasion. Breckenridge, if you had bet on Soldier Jones as you claimed you did, you'd have lost. You wouldn't have acquired any money or suspicion of murder.
Hey, don't try to...
Suppose you didn't really bet on Jones to win. That would make you quite a likely candidate for the wired chair.
Are you insinuating?
Not at all. I'm saying it as bluntly as I can. You could have smeared that ether over Benny's gloves.
Did Benny say that?
No, it's possible he didn't realize it either.
I ain't a killer.
Whoever put the ether on Benny's gloves wasn't necessarily intending to kill him. Ether isn't always fatal, but the circumstances made it so. It was a little too much ether, for one thing. For another, somebody failed to allow for the effect of strenuous action on the soldier's heart.
Look, Saint, you're just raising the breeze. I'm in the clear, yeah?
Would you like to try saying that again and making it sound convincing this
I
time?
don't have to take anything from you, understand?
You don't have to shout either. What are you trying to hide? Guilt? Fear?
I'm getting out.
Can I be of any help?
Hello, Mr. Sweeney.
We've already met. And you, sir?
A Templar.
Oh, I'm Louis.
Delighted to meet you both. You were saying, Breckenridge?
I was saying I'm getting out of here, and quick.
Poor fellow's terribly upset.
Or frightened.
Whatever else.
I wouldn't know. You were out at the fight tonight.
So I was.
You were one of the soldiers' handlers.
True. I find it amusing to act in that capacity from time to time.
Did you get any laughs tonight?
No, I'm afraid not. Poor soldier.
Uh-huh. Also, it's lucky you didn't bet on him, isn't it?
What makes you think I didn't?
Oh, little bird told me.
Little birds are so delicate. They really should be more careful.
Well, I'll be sure to tell them that the next time we meet. How does it happen that you bet on Benny?
Let's call it whimsy, shall we?
Benny didn't belong in the same ring with your man.
That made the odds interesting.
It would also have put Breckenridge on the spot if Benny had lost.
Benny didn't lose.
Breckenridge, therefore, delivered.
Let us say, off the record, mind you, that Breckenridge is delivered.
Yeah. Come along, Louis.
Must you rush away?
I don't care for the atmosphere around here, Mr. Sweeney.
What's the matter with it?
Like the ether on Benny's gloves, Mr. Sweeney, it's overpowering.
Mr. Templar, I know you're making like a detective, but is visiting Peggy really necessary?
I just assumed not answer that.
Bashful, huh? It's a small house. Hey, she must live alone.
Get the smirk out of your voice, Louis.
Either I'm nuts or you are.
And you vote for me, huh? Well, you see, Louis, Peggy may know something.
Oh, sure. Only what about?
We better change the subject or ring the doorbell again. No answer. Come on.
Disappointed?
Oh, I don't know. We may still find her tonight.
Where?
Breckenridge's apartment. Possibly helping him count his money.
Breckenridge ain't answering doorbells tonight, neither.
Oh, come now, Louis. Give the lad a chance to hide the money.
Yeah. Unless he took it on the lamp.
Now, where on earth did you pick up that expression?
The radio.
Oh. That doesn't seem to work. We'll try another apartment. Get into the building anyway. Thank you, somebody. The apartment is down the corridor here.
Yeah, that's convenient. I hate climbing stairs, making forced conversation. I've been shot.
Nonsense.
I've been shot, he
It
says
came from
nonsense.
inside the apartment. Come on. The door's open.
It's Templar. Behind that desk.
Yeah, Breckenridge. Not very pretty at the moment.
That bullet did a job.
Shot in the temple, revolver in his right hand.
Suicide?
That's what it's supposed to be. His hand's loose on the gun.
Ain't that the way it always is? After all, the guy is dead.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, there's a spasmodic reaction at the moment of death. The hand grips the gun more tightly instead of loosening, which means there must be a back door to this apartment. Off the kitchen, probably. Yep, there it is. Which explains that.
The guy's gun ain't gripping the gun tight, so there has to be a back door to the apartment. Oh, the architects ought to hear about this.
The murderer had to get out before we got in, and the murderer was here a moment ago.
I don't get it.
What?
Why did he bother making it look like a suicide?
Look, Louis, we were supposed to think Breckenridge had been responsible for the soldier's death, became conscience-stricken because he hadn't intended to kill the soldier and shot himself. But his hand was loose on the gun. It's just logic.
All right, so Logic and you went to school together.
Breckenridge was a crook also. I suspect a blackmailer, but just the same.
It almost serves him right. Like I always say, turnabout is hoist with his own petard. Hey, what is a petard?
A petard?
Petard.
Is a derrick.
Oh.
Yeah, you've got the proverb all wrong, but you've solved the case.
Well, for a dope, I ain't do it. I have?
Yeah, you said turnabout.
Well, I read that in my comic book.
And that tells us who murdered Soldier Jones and Breckenridge.
Oh, speak for yourself, John. Maybe it tells you, but...
Come on.
But if I know my mysteries, you're not going to tell me. Not for another 5 minutes. I know the 5 minutes ain't up yet, Mr. Templar, but maybe you could sneak in a little explanation now and maybe save some time later.
Well, Louis, the problem all along has been who put the ether on Benny's glove. Benny, Breckenridge, Peggy. But then you said turnabout, and I knew who had really put the ether there.
Well, never mind the dramatic pauses. Just keep going.
The person who put the ether on Benny's glove is a corpse.
Yeah, I should have known. For a minute back there, I thought maybe I was going to find out something, but I didn't have to worry. Happy Hours nightclub. But why are we here? They don't keep corpses.
Probably not.
Besides, who can arrest the corpse?
Oh, but you see, the corpse wasn't guilty.
I'm going home and beat my kids. Maybe that way I'll stop feeling inferior. Oh, look at the joint is deserted. All the little tables covered up with their little white shrouds. Why didn't I shut up?
Look, there's a light showing. Sweeney's office. Yeah, I wonder, should we knock?
Should we go home?
We'll knock.
Come in.
He sounds quite friendly.
I got a full house.
Well, Mr. Templar, good evening. I've just been having a friendly game of cards with my...
Alibis?
My friends.
I'd like to see you alone, Mr. Sweeney.
Very well. The game had begun to bore me anyway. Boys, get going.
All right.
You've been playing cards all evening with them?
I have. Perhaps you consider it a waste of time, but...
I don't. They'd testify to your having been here all evening, huh?
If called upon, they could do nothing less, but why should they be called upon?
To furnish you with an alibi.
For what?
Breckenridge's murder.
Nonsense. He committed suicide.
Suicide? How did you know?
A little bird told me. The same one who told you about my betting on Benny.
I'm afraid not. Breckenridge was the little bird who told me about that. He forgot to tell me about the murder, though.
Breckenridge committed suicide.
I'm not talking about Breckenridge's death. I'm talking about Soldier Jones.
Oh? Mr. Templar, I will readily admit I earned a considerable sum by his unfortunate demise, but the ether was on Benny's gloves, if you remember. And I was never near those gloves.
True.
Well, then.
Nevertheless, you are going to die for Jones's death.
You know, you're becoming unpleasant. However, you've just admitted I couldn't have tampered with Benny's gloves.
I have, but may I mention one word to you? A turnabout.
All right, you've mentioned it.
You should be more interested because it led me to realize something. Soldier Jones died because there was ether smeared all over his mouth and nose. We've all been assuming that the ether got there from Benny's glove.
How true.
But remember the word turnabout, Mr. Sweeney? Suppose the ether got onto Benny's gloves from Soldier Jones's face.
I think the hour is late.
Very late for you, because the ether was on the soldier's face first. When Benny hit the soldier, he got the ether on his gloves. But it was the soldier's face that smeared ether on Benny's gloves, not vice versa.
But how would the soldier get ether on his face first?
From a towel used by his handler on him, and you were his handler, Mr. Sweeney? Just as he started into the ring, you wiped his face and deposited the ether on his nose. His momentum carried him into the center of the ring. Then he took a poke at him, and that was that.
It was?
Yes. Breckenridge realized what you'd done. That's why you paid him off after the fight. But you knew that he'd blackmailed you for the rest of your unpleasant life, so you murdered him.
That's your guess, and you can't prove I got Soldier Jones.
I've got the towel.
You're lying. I burned it.
Louis will make a nice witness. Let's go chat to policemen about all this, huh?
No.
Hey, Wait a minute, you're pointing, which isn't polite, with a gun, which isn't safe.
Yeah.
I've very little to lose and a lot to gain by killing both of you.
Well, now, wait a minute. Let's talk this over like civilized gents.
I'm sorry, I can't oblige. Therefore...
What? You shouldn't have turned your head. You better get his gun, Louis.
Certainly a pleasure.
And I had better take a look at the closet there.
Hello?
Peggy, who sneezed in time saved two, anyway. What were you doing in that closet?
I was...
And, so, Peggy?
So I hid in the closet so maybe I could overhear a clue.
Oh, it was very brave of you, Peggy.
Well, I felt I kind of owed it to Breckenridge.
Did you love him very much?
No, but he was a very friendly fellow. You look friendly, too, Simon. Also cute. And you did catch Mrs. Sweeney, so I think I'm going to kiss you.
Louis is peeking.
Who cares?
Peggy, you haven't sneezed.
At a time like this, who wants to sneeze?
How right you are.
Simon! You caught my sneeze.
Did, didn't I? However, as Louis mentioned earlier, I am hoist by your petard.
You have been listening to another adventure of the Saint, the Robin Hood of modern crime. And now, here is our star, Vincent Price.
Ladies and gentlemen, our cast tonight included Sandra Gould, Larry Dodkin, Hal March, Peter Leeds, and Barney Phillips. This is Vincent Price inviting you to join us again next week at this same time for another exciting adventure of the Saint. Good night.
Tonight's script of The Saint was written by Louis Bitters. The music was composed and conducted by Von Dexter. The Saint, based on characters created by Leslie Charteris, is a James L. Safier production and is directed by Helen Mack. Vincent Price is soon to be seen in the Universal International picture Curtain Call at Cactus Creek. All you Saint fans will be glad to know that the Saint comic books are on sale at all newsstands. Your announcer, Doug Gourlay. Next, Sam Spade, then Summer Symphony on NBC.
Quick and easy, never greasy. It's easy to look trim with trim. Men, you're using your head to get ahead when you groom your hair with Trim Hair Tonic. For Trim grooms hair in a handsome, natural way. Sets you apart as a man who's going places. And Trim does more than merely groom your hair. It's the first and only hair tonic made with pure virgin olive oil, nature's finest hair and scalp conditioner. So Trim conditions your scalp as it grooms your hair. Try this amazing new Pepsodent product. Yes, try Trim Hair Tonic. The Saint, based on characters created by Leslie Charteris and known to millions from books, magazines, and motion pictures. The Robin Hood of modern crime now comes to radio, starring Hollywood's brilliant and talented actor Vincent Price as the Saint.
Come in. Oh, it's you again.
Yeah, it's me again, Saint. I told you I'd be back for an answer.
And I told you what the answer would be, McGath. I like this town. I'm going to stick around a few more days and finish up my business here.
Like I said, Saint, it ain't your business. And the boss has upped the price to $5,000 for you to skip. $5,000, Saint, just to leave town and forget you ever been here.
That's not my price, McGuire.
Well, then what do you want? Go on, make an offer.
I want the man who killed John Daniels.
Daniels? Treasury Department guy?
Yes.
What do you got to do with him?
He was a friend of mine. I want the boy who cut him down, McGuire.
That is one boy you ain't gonna get, Saint.
Oh, the big shot did it himself,
The
eh?
big shot did it himself.
And then I'll settle for him.
You settle in your grave first. You're gonna have to make an awful lot of first down step across that goal line, Mr. Templar.
Oh, I've got some trick plays I expect to use. Deception against power. It sometimes works, McGuire.
I always heard you were a smart pants. I guess I heard wrong. You think I'm tough?
Tough enough.
Well, just wait till you see what you gotta go through before you even get within hard-calling distance of the big shot, Saint. Well, you see. And to top it off, there ain't but two guys in this town even know who he is.
Who are the two, McGuire?
Goodbye, Saint. Martini and Shaw are the best undertakers in town.
Who are the two guys who know who the big shot is, McGuire?
Don't come no closer, Saint. This gun spits poison. Lead poison.
Yeah, that gun looks good on you, McGuire. It sort of rounds out the picture of what the well-dressed bum is wearing this season.
Stay where you are, Saint, or I'll show you what the well-dressed snooper wears in this town. A perforated vest. Now, keep back there. Keep back
Thank you. I'll add this piece of lethal hardware to my collection, McGuire. And if you don't start the sort of conversation piece I want to hear, you go into my collection, too.
I don't know nothing.
I know, but I'm not interested in your lack of formal education. It's the name of two people I'm concerned with.
I don't know. Oh, my arm. Let go of my arm.
The name.
It was a dame. She knew Mr. Pig. The only dame he ever went for.
Dame named what?
Rose Taylor. Let go of my arm.
The other name.
Kill me if I tell.
I'll kill you if you don't. The other name.
Al Boston.
Al Boston.
Yeah, go, let go.
Very well, McGuire. Rose Taylor and Al Boston.
I warned you, Saint. You ain't scoring against this team. You better get...
I heard you, McGuire. Now, as my old grandmother used to say, out, bum, out.
Do I know you?
Not yet, Rose.
Not ever.
Come now, Rose. Is it polite to shut the door on a man's toes? I give you my word I'm not a brush salesman. Why, I haven't got a brush to my name.
Then I'll give you one. Scram, mister. I don't like snoopers. Stop pushing you. All right, so you're in. So what do we do now, dance?
Yes, or sing, perhaps.
You couldn't buy a song from me.
Not even a little song? A man's name?
Who?
The man behind the men behind the guns, Rose. Mr. Important.
That's no small music, mister. That's the whole opera.
Are you afraid of him, too, Rose?
In this town, the best way to stay healthy is to stay afraid. I'm scared of everyone, mister. I'm even as scared of you.
Maybe I should have taken off the pumpkin head when Halloween was over, like the rest of the children.
You've got a bug buzzing inside you, mister. It's going to get you killed unless you stop it from asking the wrong kind of questions. What's your target, anyway?
My target? The electric chair. And I intend to dump my ammunition squarely in it. A man named John Daniels was killed by a man I'm going to meet very soon.
You're dead, mister. You're all dead. All that's needed to make it legal for the buzzards is for you to lie down. Oh, you're dead.
Well, as long as I don't know it, it won't hurt me.
You better go. If anyone knew I was within 10 yards of a guy as red hot as you, mister, they'd burn me down, too. Please, go.
Where can I find the big shot?
I never heard tell of any big shot. You're barking up the wrong tombstone, mister.
You're a morbid little girl, aren't you?
Like I said, in this town, death is always looking in on you. Anyone you meet can be the butcher, even you. Now go, I'm scared. What if someone tailed you to me? What if... What's that? You were tailed. You must have got into the fire escape and...
Down, get down.
Rose. You were tailed. You...
Rose. Yes. Yes, I was tailed. Too bad you were the one who had to be tagged.
Well, Mr. Templar, I'm glad you decided to visit the office of the district attorney voluntarily. It does save you the embarrassment of my picking you up, doesn't it?
Yes, Mr. Richards, but it also saves you the embarrassment of trying to pick me up. Why this sudden desire to entertain me, Mr. Richards?
I'm not entertaining you, Saint. I'm holding you for murder.
I repeat, why?
You were in the same room when Rose Taylor was killed.
So?
So the least I can do to uphold my oath of office, Mr. Templar, is to jug you. As, shall we say, a material witness?
It's nice material, Mr. Richards, but it makes a badly fitting suit.
Why was she killed?
Because she was one of the two people who knew the name of your local head crumb bum.
She told you?
I wasn't given enough time to convince her that she should before someone decided it was the 4th of July. But there are other ways to search him out and make sure he keeps his date.
His date, Mr. Templar?
Yes, with the chair that men sit in only once. A certain John Daniels was a friend of mine from childhood. I was a pallbearer at his funeral, Mr. Richards.
And so?
The bullet in his back made his coffin awfully heavy. And it got heavier in retrospect when I heard the district attorney had called the case closed.
I had to close it. I'd gone up every alley, and they were all dead end. There were too many live cases that needed my staff's attention.
I know, so I'm playing it my way. I've gone up the same blind alleys in the past few days. Now I'm in an alley with a freeway at the end of it.
You mean you know who killed Daniel?
Yes, Mr. Number One, the big shot himself. Now all I have to do is learn his name.
Is that all?
And, of course, take him.
Yeah, I have to lock you up for your own safety.
You should, but you won't. In fact, you can't.
No?
No. Because I took the liberty to do a little press agenting.
You what?
I told the newspapers that I'd be here both today to have a talk and tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock to deliver a murderer. The people in this town might not approve of your not giving me the chance.
All right. Until 10 tomorrow. I'll expect you, Mr. Templar, with or without your victim.
I'll be here.
I know you'll be here, Mr. Templar. The only question is, will you be here dead or alive?
Templar. Simon Templar?
Yes, Oh, you startled me. For a moment, I thought you were someone else.
Who, Mr. Templar?
Someone who couldn't possibly walk up to me on the street. Who are you?
Her sister.
Rose Taylor's sister?
The late Rose Taylor's sister, Mr. Templar. But does one call you Saint?
It doesn't matter.
Why did you kill her?
There's only one possible answer to that. I didn't.
I don't believe you. No. Don't reach into that pocket, Saint. Not unless you're completely bored with life.
Bored? Oh, on the contrary. So far, my life with you has been one continual round of excitement.
Next, I suppose you'll suggest we fly away to the Cosmos.
Something like that. Only I had the bar up the street in mind as the place to fly away to.
I don't drink with people I don't trust. So let's fly my way. Come. And in case you're thinking of lingering, remember I've got a hand on my pocketbook. And a finger that isn't convinced you didn't kill Rose.
I bet it's a 25 with a mother-of-pearl handle.
You win the bet. It's a small gun, but when the bullets hit, they feel big. Come.
Where are we going?
Someone wants to see you.
And you were delegated to haul me in, a mere girl with a mere 25.
I wasn't delegated, mister. I begged for the job.
I'm flattered.
Don't be. I begged for the job because I was hoping you'd try not to come. Rose was my only sister. Come on, come on.
One more question before I decide whether or not to be shot or hijacked. Whom are we calling on?
Al Boston. I'm his secretary. He wants to see you.
Rest your trigger finger, lady. That's exactly what I feel like doing, too. Hello, Al.
Well, my old buddy, the Saint. I had Jackie bring you over because I want to warn you to lay off, Saint.
The last time you warned me to lay off, Al, you wound up serving time.
Well, I've smartened up, Saint. I don't bite off more than I can swallow no longer. Now, what's making your ear itch?
Who's the big boss, Al?
For how much?
You mean you'll tell for money?
Can you think of a better thing to get paid off in? I told you I've smartened up. I don't squeeze triggers for a living no more, Saint.
Oh, what type of wrongdoing do you specialize in now, Al?
I'm in charge of the big boss's books.
You mean there's penthouse and Cadillac money in that?
Well, that depends on how the books are kept, Saint. I've got a system. I'm the only guy knows who the big boy is. And I'm the only guy knows what his stake is. He trusts me like a Siamese twin.
And you repay his trust by robbing him.
It's all in the racket. Like I've been telling you, I've smartened up. Nobody knows it, Saint, but your pal Daniels was here in town on my private invitation.
You mean you sent for the Treasury Department?
Sure. It's like this. The big boy pulls in 7 figures a year on his businesses. And naturally, he don't pay no taxes to Mr. Whiskers.
No, naturally.
There's a fortune to our uncle in back tax stuff. Only our uncle don't know he's got it coming. So I thought he should.
Out of patriotism, of course.
Yeah, out of patriotism. They always treated me so nice in Leavenworth. Out of patriotism and 10%, Saint.
10%?
Yeah. That's what Uncle Sammy's cutting me in for helping to catch a tax dodger. Trouble was, the boss got wise to what Daniels was up to and gave him one through the lungs.
Well, how fortunate he didn't get wise to you, Al.
Yeah. But I've smartened up, Saint. I've smartened up.
The package just came out. Feels like ledgers.
Oh, yeah, I've been expecting that, Jackie. I better get into these books right away.
I'm going out. Goodbye, Al.
Goodbye.
Another set of books to juggle, Al?
Yeah, from one of the joints. I better open this up and see which one.
Al, drop it. Get down. Al. Al.
Oh. Like I told you, Saint. I've smartened up.
Yes. You've smartened up, Al. But I'm afraid someone else is just a little smarter.
You are listening to The Saint, starring Vincent Price. Men, here's a tip. Top off your grooming in tip-top style. That's right. Use new Trim Hair Tonic to make your hair look its handsome best. You see, Trim Hair Tonic grooms in a new, natural way because it's the first and only hair tonic made with pure virgin olive oil, nature's finest hair and scalp conditioner. Yes, Trim is Pepsodent's sensational new hair tonic development. Trim Hair Tonic brings you pure virgin olive oil to condition your scalp as it grooms your hair. You can see the olive oil in Trim floating right on top. Just a few quick shakes spreads it completely. So Trim gets pure virgin olive oil right on your scalp, where good hair care starts. Massage for just 30 seconds. Then note how Trim's conditioning action relieves dryness at once, checks loose falling dandruff, leaves your scalp wonderfully refreshed, your hair perfectly groomed. And you'll like Trim's clean, fresh fragrance. The way it's quick and easy, never greasy. Yes, Trim keeps hair looking neat and well-groomed in a handsome, natural way. So try Trim Hair Tonic now and condition your scalp as you groom your hair. We continue now with Vincent Price as The Saint.
Another bourbon old-fashioned, please.
How many do you think it'll take to drown out the explosion in your ear, Jack?
So you followed me, Snicker. I was afraid you might.
Little girls who don't want to be followed shouldn't wear Chanel No. 5 and strapless evening gowns, and particularly the latter. And they shouldn't carry bombs around, either.
You can't pin that on me.
As long as you're wearing that particular evening gown, I'm inclined to believe you. But you did serve up the bomb, didn't you?
Books. I didn't know the bomb was there. Tell me, Al, is he...
Yes, Mr. Boston is deader than the city he named himself after. There'll be others unless you...
I know all the answers but that one. And even if I did...
You wouldn't tell me.
How right you are. I'm too young to die like Rose did. I'm not in any racket. I don't know it.
It's amazing how few people in this town admit to knowing anything. Must be graft in the public school system.
No. It's fear. In the nervous system. The only thing people in this town aren't afraid of is getting arrested.
There have been cities like this before, Jackie. And in 9 cases out of 10, when the local Mussolini was eliminated, the lesser rat scampered off the ship.
It's a big hunk you've bitten off of yourself, Robin Hood. I wonder if you can follow through. Goodbye.
You leaving? And I was beginning to enjoy our conversation. Also the Chanel No. 5 and everything else.
I noticed you were enjoying yourself. Pleasant memories.
Where are you going?
I'm going to find a safety zone. I'm leaving town. Don't be surprised if you get a postcard with a picture of the Arch of Triumph.
Goodbye, Jackie. And good luck.
You're the one who needs the luck. I hope you get him. Rose was a good kid.
I'll get him.
She was a good kid.
And thanks for the night. Tip.
Tip? I don't know what you're talking about. Be careful, I can use it.
Well, Mr. Templar, how convenient of the newspaper to keep its reference files open at night.
Are you a professional busybody, or have you an axe to grind, too?
Oh, dear me, I'm not a busybody, Mr. Templar. Nor do I have an axe to grind. Merely a gun to shoot, Mr. Templar.
You know, someday, somewhere, a man will come up to me on a dark street and merely ask me for a light.
I doubt it. I'm afraid your saintly stay in this world of tears and chaos is drawing to its close, Mr. Templar. This time you've poked up the wrong fire. You seem nervous, Mr. Templar.
Who are you?
Does it matter? We'll be acquainted such a short time.
Well, I'd just like to know who it is that I am to come back and haunt.
Very well. I am known to the exceedingly few who know me as the Professor.
The Professor? I've had guns pulled on me by cops, cranks, crooks, and coroners, but I believe you're the very first professor.
I don't mean to disillusion you, Mr. Templar, but I was merely an assistant professor.
Oh, I'm still impressed.
If you don't mind, the car's over there.
After you, Professor.
Please, no jokes. I assure you this is a most serious matter. Come. Here we are. You will get in, please?
Oh, after you. Oh, no, I forgot. You're not in much of a mood for joking, are you?
No. Not unless the joke is mine. Like this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
You hit him just a little harder, boss. You could have saved yourself some bullets.
I pay you to drive the car, Stephen, not to offer suggestions.
Okay, boss. Where to? The country?
First, we'll go to the place, Stephen. There are some questions I want Mr. Templar to answer. Questions that may require a soundproof room. Wake up, Mr. Templar.
Oh, so there really is someone like you. I didn't think I deserved that bad a dream.
Bloody but unbowed, eh, Mr. Templar? For a moment I was afraid I might have been a trifle too energetic on your skull.
I hate to boast, Professor, but my skull's been creased before by experts. In fact, it has more treads in it than Goodrich puts in his tires.
Still fond of your little jokes, I see. How unfortunate they must be wasted on me. You see, I'm a humorless man.
So I've noticed.
I brought you here to ask you some questions, Mr. Templar.
You should have warned me, Professor. I'm afraid I didn't come prepared for a quiz.
I have various means of preparing you, Mr. Templar. So to begin, to whom did you describe your suspicions concerning a certain man's identity?
A certain man? You wouldn't be meaning the big man, would you? The head rat?
I have reason to believe you know who he is. Whom have you confided in?
Not prepared, Professor.
Oh. Shall we try the question once again?
Yes, but something tells me you'll never pay me the $64.
Oh. I can't tell you how impatient I am for your answer, Mr. Templar. You see, after you finish talking, I have other things planned for you.
How nice of you to take me, a mere stranger, in tow like this. I must remember to return all your courtesies when you untie me.
Oh, talk.
Certainly. But to the district attorney.
Yes, I read about your boast to emulate the Northwest Mounted by bringing in your man to the district attorney. Pity you won't keep the date. What is it, Stephen?
I thought you might be wanting me for something, boss.
No, Stephen. When I want you... Stephen, the door. How many times must I tell you to keep it closed? You fool. You know how I feel about an open door.
But no bugs came in, boss. There practically ain't any this time of the year anyway.
You tell me, a former professor of entomology?
Assistant professor.
Leave, Stephen. Leave at once before I do something we'll both be sorry for.
Okay, boss, okay.
Fool.
You know, it took me a little time to catch on to your particular type of insanity, Professor, but I see it all now.
Do you, Mr. Templar?
A professor of entomology, eh? The study of insects. And you studied them so hard, Professor, you're cracked.
Silence!
You're not in the classroom now with your students and your specimen bottles, Professor. You're in the big leagues now, in the World Series, Professor. You got to know everything there was to know about insects, didn't you? You knew them so well you became afraid of them.
Shut up!
It is something to get afraid of when you turn your imagination loose on the subject, Professor. When you consider how many millions of insects there are for each human being.
Stop it! I said stop it!
There's a fly on your sleeve, Professor.
Stop it!
And I think I just saw a mosquito.
I said stop it!
Look, a moth.
No, stop it!
Look over there.
Stop!
Crickets, Professor. Roaches, locusts, spiders. Spiders. Help! You'll have to untie me if you want me to help you. You'll have to, Professor. Grasshoppers over there, Professor. And there's the centipede. The rope, Professor, the rope.
Yes, I'll tell you. Help me. Help me. There. Now you can save me. Oh, please. Please help me.
Certainly, the first thing to do is to get all these crawling, sliding things out of your mind. Oh, that's easy. All you have to do is relax. Looks like I'll be able to keep my date with the district attorney after all, Professor. My old grandmother used to say, "That's to you."
So you kept your word, Mr. Templar. You're here. And alive.
Yes, I'm here. Despite the obstacle course of desperados I've run through since our last little talk, Mr. Richards.
I'm sorry to say I don't see you a prisoner, Mr. Templar. As I recall, you were to dish up the head crumb bum. I suppose you couldn't bring him in.
No, I couldn't bring him in. You see, he already was in.
I beg your pardon?
Don't beg my pardon, Richards. It's the governor's pardon you want, and you know, I don't think you'll get it.
Are you crazy?
No, just slow-witted, it seems. Being a district attorney is a wonderful cover-up for a crumb bum, isn't it, Richard?
You're insane.
Am I?
You sound insane, Mr. Templar. Rushing in here, threatening to kill me, calling me a crook and demanding money.
Oh, I see.
Of course, I'd be perfectly willing to forget all of these things. And the various other offenses I find it so cozy to dream up. If you'll just quietly leave town and pretend you were never here.
You mean just force from my memory some of the happiest moments of my life, Mr. District Attorney? Oh, no, you're asking too much.
Then it looks as though we've reached a stalemate, Templar. Unless, of course, one of us chooses to get violent.
Once I catch a murderer, Mr. Richards, I leave all further violence to the state executioner.
Once you catch him, Templar. Right now, you seem to be in the disturbing position of the hunter who caught a tiger by the tail. Put up your hands.
Huh? Oh, you mean over my head? Your bug-crazy professor made me keep them at my sides.
Templar, who gave me away?
It was a remark I heard, Mr. Richards. I was told that the only thing in this town people aren't afraid of is getting arrested.
So?
So I checked Mr. District Attorney's record in the newspaper files. You have an abominable batting average, Richards. People, your people, were literally getting away with murder.
Yeah. How clever of you to know this.
You controlled the gang because you could set them free, and so you also controlled the racket.
I know. But you still have to prove your story, Mr. Templar.
Oh, it's already done. I took the trouble to switch on your intercom, Richards. I'm afraid our conversation wasn't very private.
Why, you...
And now, Mr. Richards, our personal business. Before the police get here...
Give your
Mr.
hands
Richards...
up high.
Certainly. Certainly. Is this high enough? Or shall I raise them higher so I can reach this chandelier? Have a nice nap, Mr. Richards. I'm sorry I tore up your chandelier, but my old grandmother always taught me to put out the lights before going to sleep.
Our star, Vincent Price, will be back in a moment. If you're a man who's going places, you want to look your best. So try new Trim Hair Tonic. It conditions your scalp as it grooms your hair. Yes, Trim's the amazing new Pepsodent product. It's the first and only hair tonic made with pure virgin olive oil, nature's finest hair and scalp conditioner. Ask your barber for a professional application of Trim Hair Tonic. And get a bottle at your favorite toilet goods counter. Ask for Trim. It conditions your scalp as it grooms your hair. And now, Vincent Price.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was Robert Blair in the 18th century who best expressed the fate of our greedy Mr. Richards when he wrote these words. O cursed lust of gold, when for thy sake the fool throws up his interest in both worlds, He's lost in this, condemned in that to come. I sincerely hope you enjoyed tonight's show and will be with us again next week for another adventure of the Saint. Good night.
Tonight's story of the Saint was written by Michael Cramoy. Music was composed and conducted by Bill Fontaine. Vincent Price is appearing by courtesy of Universal International Pictures, producers of Ride the Pink Horse. Stay tuned in now for The Whistler, which follows immediately over most of these stations. And join us again next week at the same time for another adventure of the Saint, the Robin Hood of modern crime, brought to you by Trim Hair Tonic.
T-R-I-M.
Yes, Trim, the first hair tonic with pure olive oil.
T-R-I-M.
Trim conditions your scalp as it grooms your hair.
T-R-I-M.
Trim Hair Tonic, quick and easy, never greasy.
It's easy to look trim with Trim.
Wendell Niles speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.